She once played one of the most loved characters on television, a face that millions of families welcomed into their homes every single week. People grew up watching her, laughing with her, and feeling like she was almost part of their own family. But today, at 63 years old, she looks so different that many old fans had to look twice to believe it was really her. Take a deep breath, because her journey from that young television star to the woman she is today is something you will want to hear all the way to the end. Lisa Whelchel did not start her life surrounded by fame. She grew up in a loving but simple environment, where hard work and faith played a big part in shaping who she was. Even as a young girl, she carried herself with a certain maturity, something that made adults around her take notice. She was thoughtful, expressive, and had a natural warmth that made people feel comfortable around her. That same warmth is what eventually caught the attention of people in the entertainment world. Her rise to fame did not happen by accident. She auditioned, she practiced, and she pushed through moments of doubt just like anyone else trying to build a career. When she finally landed the role that would define much of her early life, everything changed almost overnight. She became a familiar face in homes across the country, loved for her charm and her relatable personality. For years, she was seen as the girl next door, someone audiences felt they truly knew, even though they had only ever seen her on a screen. But growing up in front of millions of people is never as simple as it looks. Behind the smiles and the applause, she was still just a young woman trying to figure out who she really was. She has spoken openly about how confusing it felt to have her identity so closely tied to a character rather than to herself. As she got older, she made the brave decision to step away from the spotlight for a while, choosing to focus on her personal life, her faith, and figuring out what truly mattered to her outside of fame. She got married, became a mother, and dedicated herself to raising her children with love and care. This period of her life was not filled with headlines or public attention, but it was during these quiet years that she found real meaning. She has talked about how motherhood taught her patience and humility in ways that fame never could. Even though the world was not watching closely anymore, she was building something far more important, a strong and grounded family life. Like many people, her personal journey included difficult chapters too. She went through a divorce, something that is never easy no matter who you are. She had to rebuild parts of her life while still caring for her children and holding on to her own sense of self. Instead of letting that difficult period break her, she used it as a time of growth. She leaned on her faith and her close relationships to get through the hardest moments, slowly finding her footing again. Over time, she found her way back into the public eye, but on her own terms this time. She wrote books, spoke about her experiences, and became someone who others looked to for encouragement and honesty. She was no longer just the character people remembered from her younger years. She had become a woman shaped by real-life experience, someone who had faced struggles and come out the other side with wisdom to share. Now, at 63, seeing her today can feel surprising for people who only remember the young girl from television. Her appearance reflects the years, the choices, and the life she has lived fully, both in front of cameras and far away from them. She has not tried to freeze herself in the past. Instead, she has allowed herself to age naturally, carrying herself with a quiet confidence that comes from truly knowing who she is. If you have made it this far, you already understand that this video is not just about how someone looks after so many years. It is about a woman who walked away from fame to find herself, faced real hardship in her personal life, and still came out stronger, wiser, and at peace. Her story is proof that a meaningful life is not measured by how long you stay famous, but by how honestly you live through every season of it. Her journey reminds us that real beauty grows from experience, faith, and resilience, not from staying frozen in time. So here is something to think about. Do you believe stepping away from fame to focus on family can be one of the bravest choices a person can make? Type yes in the comments if her story touched you today. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like it and subscribe for more inspiring stories like this one. Thank you for watching till the end, and I will see you in the next video.